Hey y'all, this is Aisha Amatola, the Coach's Coach, helping coaches build profitable coaching businesses and marketing automation queen, helping you to create a seamless experience so you can make money while you sleep. And I'm going to talk to you today about how to sell high ticket programs online. I'm going to give you a formula. Okay, so if you want to dig more into this, please make sure that you get the free training at Coach Aisha, AYISHA.com/free-training. If you want to get into a deeper discussion with this, please go ahead and join my Facebook group. It's a new Facebook group called Cash Money Coaches at facebook.com/groups/coaches. /groups Cash Money Coaches. And make sure you subscribe, follow, like, and comment if you are feeling this content. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do for you is I just want to draw out this formula really quickly. Okay. And then I'm going to tell you what this is. This is what I call four-play funnel. All right, so why do I call this a foreplay funnel? Well, because you have to build relationships with people, and before you jump in the bed with them, well, when you get into bed with them, before you jump to do with them, you want to do a little bit of foreplay, right? Hopefully this is what you want to do, especially when you are meeting someone for the first time. Well, hopefully if you're meeting someone for the first time, you are not jumping into bed with them, but yeah, you get my point. Okay, so all right, so this formula that I'm going to give you is specifically for a cold audience. This is for a cold audience. A cold audience is someone who do not know who you are. They have no clue who you are. All right. Now, normally when you are probably like surfing Facebook or something like that, you see ads. And a lot of times what happens is you'll see an ad, right? And they'll take you from the ad, right, to a webinar. And then on this webinar, they try to sell you their high-end program, their course, or something like that, right? This is not a good thing to do. All right. Only 2% of people buy on that webinar because they are still technically a cold audience. All right. There is a whole nother 98% of people who are not buying on this webinar, and these are the people that you need to catch and connect with and build relationships with. All right, so what I'm going to teach you today is the formula to actually do that. And when you first meet someone, hopefully you know that you should be trying to get their name and email address, and the way that we do that is through a lead magnet. Okay, so they meet you for the very first time through some type of traffic source, whether it's the search engine, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube or Instagram, or whatever traffic source that you use. From that traffic source, you want to offer them a lead magnet. Okay. After that lead magnet, what you want them to do now, or what you want to do, is build a relationship with them. So there's people normally buy from you after about 4 or 5 touches, right? You can capture a great part of your audience with 4 or 5 touches before they will buy a high-end program with you, because you have to build a relationship with them. They have to get to know you. So taking them from an ad to a webinar and trying to sell your high-ticket program to them is not going to work. Now, I do agree that you should use a webinar, right? A webinar is one way that you can sell your high ticket program, course, coaching, whatever it is. All right, so it's one of the preferred ways. It's one of the ways that convert the best. All right, so I do agree that you should be, at the end of it, bring them to a webinar. But what happens in between this lead magnet and the webinar is what is very important here. All right. So your lead magnet can be a report. It can be a blog post. It can be an email series. It can even be a video. It does not matter. We'll get into those at another time. But so you create your lead magnet. It can be a checklist. It can be whatever it is. Now, here is where you want to build a relationship. All right. So this can be a challenge. This can be a video series. Yeah, no. All right, Sloppy. Okay. It's okay though. Right. This can be an email series. Whatever it is that you want it to be. Then you have your webinar. All right. So what's important about this is that each part, I call these plays. This is your first play, your second play, your third play, and your fourth play. Okay. Each play needs to connect to the next play. It needs to be an action step that's going to move them to the next action step, to the next action step, to the next action step. They have to move through your funnel. All right. So each part must make sense. All right. So I'm going to give you an example of this because you might be like, yeah, I'm not getting it. So the best way is to give you an example of what this might look like. So let's say you are a coach who helps others find their passion, find and pursue their passion, right? And you have a course or a coaching program to help someone find and pursue their passion. All right. That's what you're selling. So your lead magnet, for an example, I'm going to use a report for this lead magnet. I'm going to use a challenge for my the rest of my foreplay funnel for my relationships. All right. So to build a relationship with them, I'm going to use a challenge. All right. So your report can be 3 steps to find your passion. All right. Now, how are you going to move them to your challenge? Well, in your report, you gave them the 3 steps. So at the end of the report, you can say something like, if you want to take action on this, if you want to take action on these 3 steps, join my 3-day challenge, right? So of course, you're going to say it better than that, right? You're going to have some better copy there. All right. So now they're taking your 3-day challenge. All right. So each day you are giving them a step to begin to find their passion. So day 1, day 2, and day 3. All right. So after they've gotten to the 3rd day of your challenge, they should have some idea of what their passion is, right? They should have an idea. So what you want to do now, what is the very next step after someone finds their passion? They need to go ahead and begin to test out their passion, pursue their passion. And so that is what your webinar will be about. Pursuing their passion. Okay. So at the end of the 3-day challenge, you say, well, now that you have some idea of what your passion is, let's talk about how to pursue this passion, right? Or how to test out this passion. And then that's when you invite them to the webinar. Got it? Okay. So your lead magnet was one thing. It gave them the steps, right? Your the rest of the part in your foreplay funnel, now they're taking action action. So they're taking action through your 3-day challenge, and then they have some idea of what their passion is, and now you're going to help them to test out or pursue their passion by taking them to the webinar. What you have done here is built a relationship with these people over 4 days, because you have your lead magnet, the first day of your challenge, the second day of your challenge, and the third day of your challenge, and then the next day, the 5th day, is the webinar. And I hope I said that right. I hope I counted that right. If not, you get the point, right? So over the course actually of 5 days, you've gotten them to this webinar, and now on this webinar is when you want to teach them how to test or pursue their passion. And then at the end of the webinar, you can pitch to them. You pitch to them your course, your program, you can even pitch to them a free consultation if you're doing coaching, like one-on-one coaching, and then from your free consultation, you will sell them on your coaching. All right. This is the formula that you use to sell high-ticket programs, courses, services, or whatever it is to a cold audience. Okay. So in the next videos, I'm going to be showing you a little bit more about this relationship system, this foreplay funnel, and different things that you can do, like challenges and video series, etc. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. I hope this made sense to you. Please make sure that you comment below, subscribe, follow, and I'll see you in the next video.